Okay, says we are live.
Yeah.
Let me tell the group. Hey, there we are.
I'm not used to recording with my or filming with my Android phone, but for whatever reason, it when you're sending me those live invites, they're going to my email that is associated with my Android phone.
Oh. Okay.
Hi, Crystal. I'm special today.
You are. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure we have it on live chat. Ta-da! Hey, Melissa. Hey, Crystal. Let me grab these two links real quick before we get started. So are you done working today?
This is my day off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but I took Monday and Tuesday off too. I'm getting ready to be done.
I hear ya. I have a report to do for today, but I'll do that later. That's the advantage to my new job is, like I make my own schedule. So I was on the road today. I got home, I had a meeting with my boss, and then I'm like, okay, I'll send you the report later. She surprised me. She showed up at the Monroeville stamp show.
Your boss did?
Yeah, she lives like 5 minutes from there.
Oh my!
She showed up and she's like, I'm here looking for a friend. And I'm like, oh my God, it's my boss. Because she lives out there by Tracy. So, we don't see each other very often unless she comes out here or I go over there. So yeah, that's cool. Hello, Melody. Hello, Stacy. Stacy, I guess, is going to be our admin du jour tonight if she can. I know Chow said she had to go to school. There's something with Kyle started school today. They had to go to the school.
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming Tracy's probably still working.
Poor thing. I thought she was sick the other day.
She is sick. Yeah. Yep. Well, we got a lot of people jumping on. So if you guys don't know who my special guest is it none other than T from Not Afraid of Color. And she just reached 1,500 on her YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, it's Not Afraid of Color. I will put that down below. Oh, she's already back. She said, okay, let me grab it. But you want to make sure you are subscribed to T because she is an amazing natural artist. If you watch, T did host our Stamp Wars not too long ago. And she made us dress up as superheroes and we had a lot of fun with it. And just very creative. And that's how she is with her videos and her artwork. If you haven't checked her out, make sure you do. I'm putting a link in right now for you guys. But she just hit 1,500. She just did a giveaway on her channel. Did you pull your giveaway names yet?
Tomorrow.
So she hasn't pulled her giveaways yet. So you guys still have a chance to go over and figure out how to enter that. Basically, you're going to comment and then she's going to have a secret code word on her Facebook group as well. So you're going to check that out. And today we are going to do mixed media. That's all I was told was bring gloves and some heavy duty paper. So I know we're going to be getting messy here.
Yeah, we're getting messy. We're going to get messy.
We're going to get messy. So I love having T. I love watching T's videos because she is so, I'm going to say it a million times, artistic, eclectic, different, colorful. When you hear the term like live in color, her channel name is perfect, Not Afraid of Color, because She dabbles in everything. And I love when you say my favorite tools, my fingers.
If I can't lose them.
And she's got dogs and cats and
People.
yeah, so a lot of fun. You know, I know T's job is a little stressful. She's in customer service, so probably has people yelling at her all day long. So when she does these videos, she's very humorous. She's very, you know, lighthearted with the videos. So definitely check her out. I love watching her at the end of the day because it's a nice way for me to relax, to watch her create. And she does so many things that I normally, you guys know me, I'm very OCD, very straight with the way that I do my stuff. I'm like, this is how it goes. And I hardly ever get dirty. So I am committed to getting dirty today and making some beautiful art with T. So I'm going to give it over to T now. And you tell me what we're going to do. What do I need to start with here?
Okay, so you've got your watercolor. So you're going to need heavy duty paper that can get wet multiple times. You're going to need your gloves, protect your fingernails. Me, I don't care. You're going to need, and I'll show you when we go hands down, because I have it all compiled together in a little container, but we're going to make something similar to this. We're going to be using Lunar Paste and Brusho. And
is that an embossing folder?
No, this is faux embossing. So you can use an embossing folder, but we're not. So you're going to need a die cut of some sort if you want to do it this way. Otherwise, whip out your embossing folder. I even like the back side of this. Okay, that's how weird I am.
Well, you do a lot with mixed media, junk journaling, tags. So you're not the traditional card maker. I know you turn a lot of those things into cards, and I've received quite a few of your cards. So I feel very lucky and blessed to have them. And I got to tell you, I do try to, what did they call that? Like reverse dissection. What do they call that?
Case.
Yeah, but I'm actually like looking at it and trying to figure out how you put what together. And oftentimes, just like that, I would have just assumed it was an embossing folder. I would have never have guessed it was die cuts because it all looks like it's one piece.
Right, right. So you're going to need either gesso or some white. I like to use white chalk paint because it's more absorbent of the ink. Hi, Chow. Hi, Simon.
Simon,
sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm nervous.
Looking, but I'm not looking. Why are you nervous?
I don't know, because I don't like to be on camera.
I have clear gesso. Is that okay?
As long as you're using, yeah, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. Whatever you have. I'm not picky.
Okay. Okay.
And I have a recipe for you guys. So you see this copper color of this butterfly? That, my friends, is Lunar Paste. What?
What's that? I got every color.
Good, because you'll need it. I have a recipe.
Yay.
So it looks like copper.
Did you say Simon was on?
I saw him, yeah.
Simon.
Yeah. So we've got all kinds of goodies. When you're ready, I'm ready to go hands down so I can kind of just pull out the inventory here and show y'all.
Okay, we're going to go hands down. How do I do that?
I'm going up first.
Here we go.
This thing doesn't like to hold this phone very well. Flip it around. No, flip it around. Flip. My camera won't flip. Flip.
You might have to go out and come back in.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind.
Hey, there you are.
Right,
right orientation. Ooh, I like your mat.
Oh, let me tell you about this mat. Whoops. Dang it, come back here. Let me tell you about this mat.
Is it worth it or not worth it?
So look at it. Look how thick that is.
Oh, it's a thick silicone mat. Okay.
And it's like that red stuff that I sent you guys, only it's thick. So you've got that cushion for stamping and stuff. Okay. So
Got
back
it.
in my element here with no face on the camera. I got here the goodies, and you can use any or all or none of it. I don't care. And also I have re-inkers, so you can use any number of different types of wet, medium, or medium that you can get wet. So like your Brusho or powders, but you can get them wet. Got my distress stains. I've got the Lunar Paste and the Lunar Paste recipe. I already pre-cut another butterfly because I have to go to a meeting after this, and so I want to be on time. You could use your watercolor squishy. I don't know a better way to say this. Squishy paint.
Got ya.
And then what I've done here is I've die cut all these pieces of this crochet lace from a Tim Holtz, including the negatives.
Okay.
So because we're going to start by laying our die cuts down onto our piece of watercolor card. So I'm going to move this out of the way.
I should die cut what I want to be my background, basically.
Yes, die cut your background.
Okay. So I don't have anything like that, but I just pulled this out. I just got this. They had a kit. I don't know. It was on sale, and I gave away everything in the kit except for this.
Okay.
So will this work if I want this to be my background? Is that too big?
I can't see it.
It's a big, it's a big butterfly background.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So you're going to want another background piece as well. And
yep, I got two. So die cut this out of the watercolor paper.
Yep, die cut it out of the watercolor.
If it's smooth side up or bumpy side up?
Bumpy side is better. You get more texture.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to use the bumpy side of this as well, but I want to have a little bit of background stamping on it. So this is a stamp that I got from Hero Arts, and I love this stamp. And I can't tell what it says, if it says anything, but I'm pretty sure the writing's supposed to go this way.
Hold it up. I'll read it. No, I'm just kidding.
Cow? I think it's gibberish, to be honest with you. I don't know. Whatever it is, I think it's beautiful.
A lot of them are. All right. So on the first piece, we're going to have die cuts. And on the second piece, you're going to stamp on the second piece.
Yeah. And I'm going to stamp with archival ink because it needs to be fully waterproof.
It's waterproof.
And I need it to dry fast.
I got it. Okay.
So, and I'm just using my Black Soot archival. And just laying it down. And it doesn't even have to be on the whole thing because part of it's going to get covered up.
I think that cuts all the way.
Paper here. So I can press down. Turn it around. Oh, Chow can read it. Okay, so should it go like this, Chow? She's joking, right? You're pulling my leg, Chow, right?
I got it. Yeah, I was going to say, I think she's messing. You never know with her.
Perfect.
She could be like really reading it.
So the orientation here is going to be, the orientation of my lace is going to be coming down into kind of a V. All right, Chow, you have 30 seconds to tell me if it's turn at 90. Like that? Well, it can be that way.
You do it any way you want. I'm sure no one's going to question it.
Only people who can read it. They'll be like,
okay, I definitely didn't. I got to do that. I got to cut that again because my die didn't cut all the way through. So
got you.
I'm already screwing up.
It's okay. It's all right. It doesn't, that's the cool thing about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start gluing these down. And I think I want my middle piece to be high, like on two pieces. So I'm going to take and I'm going to trim off just for decorative purposes, a little edge here. And I'm going to go to right about here. And again, this will be trimmed off too. Y'all, I know I got my glue out. I got everything out I needed, and now I can't find my glue. Hang on. Glue, where are you? Oh, there you are. the other way. Because this is going to be portrait mode. So I'm going to go just, and it doesn't even have to be perfectly in the center or anything for my method. If you're doing a straight up piece like you're doing, Nancy, it doesn't matter at all. Clip that off at an angle. I don't care if it's the same angle. Nope, wrong. Needs to go this way. My bad. See, I'm disorienting myself. They don't have to be on there perfect because you're going to bury the heck out of them. And I'm going to lay this one down in the center. Let me just give it kind of a little V cut here. And I know these are hard to see right now, and I'm not worried about glue getting everywhere because I'm about to coat this down anyway. So that's going to come up a little higher.
So I should use some kind of a quick drying glue that's going to be waterproof, because if I use a tape, it's possible it could come up.
Exactly.
Okay.
And see here, I'm using these negative pieces too, just for added interest, because what I'm looking for is channel for my color to go through. I don't think I can. I tried to zoom in and it, okay, it looks like I can a little bit. Can you see it better now?
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
You're definitely closer. So one thing I noticed about T, which is what she's showing us, is she does layers upon layers upon layers. And she always says, don't worry if you don't like it, we'll just keep layering to cover it up and change it. So I love that, because I'm always saying, hey, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it, we'll work around it. And I love that you do that too with your mixed media. And I think that's where I kind of struggle, because I like to be like, okay, stamp, glue, done. And you really take that time to put your heart and soul into that artistic creation, and you keep working on it until you feel like it's done.
Or I throw it in the garbage. I throw nothing away, because anything that's broken or messed up will get torn up and put into a junk journal.
You'll use it for something else. You'll recycle it into something else.
Yeah. I have a little Kleenex box down beside me, which I'll also use to catch debris, little scraps. Now these tiny things I probably wouldn't save, just no. But
yeah, I rarely put anything away in the trash. In fact, lately I've kind of had to train myself to throw some things away, because once I see a flaw in it that I don't think I can cover up or overcome, keeping it does no good, because I'll continue to pass over it because of that flaw. So I've started to train myself to say, just throw it away the first time. I literally have 3 boxes of scrap paper around me. And it's not just scrap paper, it's like pre-made backgrounds, or something's not 100% the way that I like it, especially with like foiling pieces. I'm very particular about my foiling, as you guys know. So those pieces go in a basket, and it's like, oh, I'll finish it later. I never get around to finishing them.
You can save these pieces and do another one if you're doing it this way. Again, you can do this whole shebang with just an embossed. And I think I did a demo with one kind of like this the other day, with just an embossed piece of paper. Okay. Those are glued down, just kind of giving them a push, make sure they're kind of burnished down. And now I'm going to come in with some white chalk paint. I have a whole mason jar full of white chalk paint that I lost. I have been hunting for it for days and it just grew legs. So I'm going to turn this way so that I can work from this part down. Where's my brush? I'm just going to use a kind of a biggery brush. And I'm just going to coat this all with the white chalk paint. And notice that I am rubbing back and forth. So I want to do that to make sure that I don't have deep globs within my little channels. But I want to make sure I'm getting in those little spaces too. So I just kind of scrub it in. There's that. Let me just go pop this in my little water and get this paint completely 100% out of my way so I can knock it over. All right. Now,
Oh, Jim, that's a good idea. Jim says cut my butterflies out and layer them.
Oh yeah,
Jim.
you could absolutely do that.
Jim, you're a genius. I'm going to do what Jim says.
Yeah, you could, and you could do multiple circles. Let's just say all you have is a circle die. You could do multiple circles and layer them, flowers, butterflies, rectangles. The sky's the limit there. I just got this new mat and I don't want it ripped yet. Oh, you know what? You know what I completely forgot to do? And I do recommend this if you have some, Nancy, or you're not worried about your surface. I have butcher paper and I like to use it. So let me lay it down. I completely forgot to lay it down before we started because I don't want to wreck my new mat. So the butcher paper has almost like a wetness barrier.
I have
mix your stuff.
I have palette paper I can dig out.
There you go. The pink brush vortex. I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do, because this does need to be dry and I need to make it hurry along here, is I'm just going to take my heat tool to it.
She's hurrying along. I'm still cutting butterflies out.
Yeah, you may be here before, still when I have to go.
We'll have to do a part 2.
Yeah, we'll have to do part 2. Definitely. Chalk paint dries really, really fast. And you could tell when it's dry. Gesso dries fast too. So, because you're only putting a really thin coat.
So what does the gesso and the chalk paint do? It just gives it a white base to keep the colors brighter? Or what does that exactly do for us?
So it gives it a
non-artist
white
people?
base, and it also makes the paper ready to absorb whatever I'm going to abuse it with.
Okay. All right,
and I like the chalk paint again because it almost acts like when you pour stuff over, it almost acts like an oxide.
Okay.
Do you have to do this? No. Do I do it? Yeah. Why? I saw some, and this is not my idea, by the way, just so you know. I saw, and I don't know if anybody follows her because she's a journaler. She does art journal. Her name's Karen Tamir or Tamir. She does this, and I did it too with actual lace, real lace. Came out really stinking cool. But maybe you don't want to spend all your lace on a greeting card.
Okay. For anybody keeping track, I am now on step 2. So step 1 was what Jim suggested. I cut out some butterflies. So 3 is a good number for butterflies. And then I have my bumpy side of my watercolor paper, and I'm using my Catherine Pooler black ink because it's a good archival ink. And then I just have this very old kind of French, I think it's French, I don't know, text like that I'm script. Just gonna, yeah, just Perfect. Throw on here. And that's what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe stamp some of that off so I can get little bit of a less of a background. Okay, there's my background. Okay, so then now what is this next step, T? Now do I gesso this?
You glue it to your back. Is it glued on? I cannot see you.
Not glued on yet. So I glue and then gesso the whole thing?
Yeah, or just gesso to the point. It's like mostly just over the design.
Okay. So now I'm gonna glue this down. I'm just gonna randomly. Yeah. You know what I found the other day? The most recent, I love Jennifer McGuire videos.
Yeah.
Simon, if you're still on, we need to connect me with Jennifer McGuire. One, so I can squeal like a 5-year-old girl, like I did when I did your foiling video. But two, we need to ask Jennifer if she'll do stamp floors with us.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and push forward, and you guys do just holler at me. I've got right here, I've got some turquoise. This is Brusho powder, and I'm just placing it in my little paint palette thingy. And then I've got a watercolor brush, got some water, and I put some water in one of these so that I don't make a big old mess. And I want this pretty concentrated. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint the edge here, since I'm doing basically a rundown type situation. I may need more. I'm just going to kind of tap it so it starts to run down. Yeah, I need a lot more. Need a lot more.
So once my butterflies are glued down on my stamped background, I paint gesso over the butterflies.
Correct, and dry it.
Okay.
And see, what I'm doing is I'm getting it pretty wet. And there's several layers of paint, so yeah. And I'm just dripping it down about like that. And then I'm gonna take some water and start pushing it down with the water. So I'm leaving it pretty concentrated at the very top and then bringing it down, bringing it back, down and back. This is why a channeled situation works well. And I like to start light to dark. And you want to kind of dry in between. And you can grab your paper towel and just dab up towards the bottom where you don't want it super dark. And that's all I need for that color for now. Now I've got my water here, and I'm going to go in now with another medium. So, and what I'm trying to do is illustrate that you can use different mediums for this. Let's use some re-inker. Yeah, it would, Jim. This, I've got my peacock feather re-inker. Now this stuff is highly, highly concentrated, so it works great for this method. And I'm gonna get it wet.
Child took my water.
I
got it. Okay, so now I'm gonna dry the gesso. Then I'm gonna go in and do what you're doing. Add inks.
Yep.
Colorburst.
Just go wild. Go wild. Use the colors you love.
Okay.
The main thing is you want it, at least on a linear situation, you want it darker at the top.
Okay.
Okay, so we did a re-inker. Then we can do a we can do a distress spray stain. And I'm going to go in here. This is where I get dirty. I'm going to go in here with my vintage photo because that's how I roll. And it mixes very nicely with peacock feathers. And you see right here, it doesn't want to spread in, so I'm going to give it a little help. I'm driving some of it back up. Baby, you can drive my car. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I think this is pretty much dry. So
Oh, Martina, thank you.
I'm going to use some of those new Colorburst. Now, does it matter if they have shimmer or no shimmer, or you can do whatever you want?
Yeah, we're going to do some shimmer on this one too.
Okay.
I like to do my shimmer kind of close to the end because I don't want it to be buried.
Well, I got these new Colorburst powders sent to me.
Yeah, try them.
Let's try these.
Here I've got a burnt sienna right here.
And you said do the darker color at the top, and then let it drip down.
Dark at the top, and then and then move it. Okay. So I just wet my card with this burnt sienna, and then I'm just basically tapping the brusho on, and then I'll move it.
Get my squirty spray box out here.
This is why I like this butcher paper, because I can use it later. Once it's dry, you can iron it right onto something. It's super cool. Okay, so let me give that a little bit of a buzz of a dry. So as much as you can dry between layers is best. Look at that run down. Ugh. Ugh.
This is fuchsia. Ooh, that's pretty. So add some water, let that drip.
Yep, let her drip.
Okay, so the next color, do I start it down a little bit, or I start it at the top?
I keep everything at the top and move it down, but then I have a linear pattern. So that's kind of what I have in mind, is almost an ombre of color. Going in here now with the rusty hinge.
And dry in between, you said?
It's best if you dry in between.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and mix Crackling Campfire with that. I'm almost out. I think I put my spare bottle in my giveaway. Whoops. Didn't realize I was that low. Hi there. Hi everyone coming in. And then I'm just going to let this drip off onto my little extra palette there. And let that sit for a second while I dab. I don't even mind dabbing it right onto here. Give her a dry, and then I'm going to go in with some metals. I'm just wondering if this will dry it faster. So what I have here, this is the Colorburst liquid metals. This one's iron oxide. And does it say to shake them?
Yes,
Oh, it says to blend it with Colorburst powder.
you can, but it has mica in it, so you do want
Okay.
to you do want to shake it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to actually mix it with this burnt sienna. No, actually, I want to do that. How do I want to do that? Oh, I know. Get the burnt sienna on my work.
Thanks, Jim.
And this one, I'm being picky about where it goes. So I'm pouring it directly into the channels because I don't want it really on top of the channels. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I'm going to just kind of turn my paper sideways here and let it drip. Give it a little push at the bottom. Now, if you are a grunge person like me, this is your yummy. Yeah, if you need, maybe use a little bit. There you go. Okay, once I have that ran the way I want it, come after it with my dryer again. I definitely like this a lot better with the stamping on it. Just kind of gives it a little bit of extra. I want it just a little bit, a wee bit more dark there. So I'm going to go back in with my peacock feather re-inker. And I'm going to selectively ink here. Doesn't take much. And you could use any re-inkers you have. You don't have to use Distress. Just use what you have, use what you love.
Okay, and now I'm going to go in with some turquoise. So I'm going to keep wetting the top, adding it at the top and letting it drip. And Meg says more water, so I'm going to add more water.
Hi, Delina.
Oh, now this is starting to look like some tea masterpiece here. Got to trust the process, people.
Yeah, you do. You do. And you got to just, yeah, I mean, not make yourself conform because stick it to the man. I don't know.
Okay, we want these drips. That's what we're looking for here. Drippity drip drips. Okay. Yeah, messy hands, messy hands.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Now you can keep going and get it darker and darker, but this is as far as I'm going to go with it as far as this part goes. Because I want to show you my recipe for the copper lunar paste. And it's okay if they try to come up. Doesn't matter. Just push them back down. Get fingerprints in it. We don't care. Hey, Cynthia. CJ, I like to call you that. I had a boss, her name was Cynthia Johnson, and I called her CJ. So that's why I call you CJ. Um, you notice, see how this kind of looks oxidized because I used the chalk paint. If you don't like that look, guess what? Put some microglaze over it. And I'm just going to use my fingers. And not too much on the top portions because we're still going to put lunar paste on those. It'll stick. Lunar paste will stick to this, by the way. But see, if you used a clear gesso or a regular gesso, you wouldn't get so much of that. And I do want just a little bit of color right here. And I think I'm going to really go nuts and go in here with some field paint. All right. Now, the lunar paste recipe. I'm going to hold it here and let y'all write it down if you can read my writing.
Wait.
I'm still here. I'm waiting to come up on the actual YouTube. Can everybody see it?
Okay. So I've got my colors dripped, it's dried, and then you took the liquid metals. Where did you put those? You put those in the little crevices, you said, right?
Yeah, I put them in the channels.
So I'm just gonna paint that in with a paintbrush. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, you ready for this? This is my bronze recipe.
I'm gonna wait for the patina recipe.
Okay, well, I'm gonna set this here, so hopefully you'll still be able to see it while I mix. And I'm just gonna use this, and let me get this out of the way here. And get my brush and some water. So I start with traffic cone. And I'm gonna want a good amount because I need to put some on there and I need to make my butterfly. I've already made one, but here, we'll just put them there so you can see. So I'm gonna go a good portion of traffic cone. Can you guys see it okay? I probably am off camera. Let me get it closer.
Yeah, you're at the very edge. Yep.
How about now?
Yes, much better.
Okay. I'm gonna wipe it off on my paper towel and go in for my slippery when wet.
So this is the recipe to make bronze. So if you don't have a bronze colored paste,
right.
These are the colors you mix.
Okay. Go for it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Why buy something when you can make it?
Right. Exactly. And I like to use my lunar paste before it dries out. And then psych. Oops, let me clean off my.
She wasn't saying psych. She was
Psych.
saying the name of the color.
Psych.
You got to say it like that, though. You got to be like, psych, like when we were growing up.
I got it. All right.
Simon, I don't even know if you used that word when you were growing up.
I'll tell you what, I'll put the recipe in the description as well, or I'll have Nancy put it, because I don't know how to do that. This Nancy's hosting, so I don't know how to do it.
I think Simon just did it. Simon said, traffic cone, slippery when wet, psych, bee sting, minty fresh, and tropical tango.
Yes.
Okay,
a little bit of minty fresh.
Simon has helped us out and put it in the chat for us.
They're pretty much equal portions. The biggest portion is going to be the traffic cone. And then I'll finally just go in with a little bit of tropical tango. And then I'm going to mix. Ugh, mix a mess.
All right, after I shine up the little shinies inside the crevices, what did you do next? You painted something.
I just put on more color.
Oh, okay.
I think that I'm getting this. This is getting a little green. I need a little bit more traffic cone. Okay, no problem. Where'd you go, traffic cone? Now that could be definitely as some sort of a patina, but I'm not looking for that. I am looking for bronze. There we go. Now we're getting better. I know it seems weird to mix all those colors,
Yeah, but you need it to make that bronzy undertone.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I left out? I left out bee sting. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. No, where'd my bee sting go? Well, you know what? I just got no, let me just stick to my recipe. I just got the new Game Over. I was thinking maybe I'll try that, but I think the bee sting, that's what I forgot. Do I mix mine up sometimes? I'm a messy crafter. There we go. There we go. There's our bronze. That's what I forgot. I forgot bee sting. All right. So, oops, lost my butterfly in there. I'm going to take my finger tool and I'm going to just grab some of this and then dab my finger off and I'm going to rub it across the tops here. And I'll just tap a little here and there on the outside just for fun. Now, the rest of it. I'm going to grab another piece of watercolor paper, this time on the smooth side, and I'm going to scoop up the rest of my bronze and spread it out. Because I'm going to die cut from that. Now that I've got it spread, I'm going to texture it with a piece of paper towel. So just like this. Move it around, spread it around, and get that rough, metally type texture. Yay! Can you see it okay?
Mm-hmm. That looks good.
All right, let me just spray my hands off here a little bit.
Simon says,
You might as well,
fingers
Mr.
are the
Simon.
best for applying lunar paste. Now, I just took some Later Gator, Clear Skies, Minty Fresh, and the new Tropical Tango. And I'm mixing all of
making a
those
mix?
together. I'm making a
Sweet.
greenish, bluish, teal mix here. Yes, that's nice. I want it a little bit lighter. I'm going to add some psych.
Yeah, even gloves fingers. You're right, Simon. You're right. Well, I've made her wear gloves because she has such pretty nails. I hate for her to get that stuff cracked up in between those nails.
I have a Ranger Scrubby. That'll take everything out.
I think I didn't remember to put Minty Fresh in, but it still turned out. So, what was I? Oh yeah, I'm looking for my black. I'm gonna splatter, folks. Just gonna pour a little bit of black paint there on my surface. I'm gonna grab my little brush. Let me move this.
So I take my Lunar Paste magical mix here and I rub that on my die cuts now.
Yes, just the tops of them, the best you can. It's impossible to get it completely. And this is how I tap. I just lightly tap with my fan brush. My ink starts to, and my paint starts to get funky. Oh, look at there, mixing up with that Lunar Paste. That's going to give it a little bit of a, ooh. See, I find things by accident. I'm just going to make some media marks. They mean nothing. They're just marks. That's different. I don't know if I like the green there. I think I'm going to change that. It just messes with me. See, can you see where the...
I think I kind of like it.
Nah, I wasn't loving it. I do have some measure of decorum when it comes to things matching.
She's like, you don't belong here. Out.
And
Like I just
yeah,
did.
even if these muck up, that's okay. The other one I did, oh God, you guys are gonna love this. Where did it go? Simon, can you guess what that is?
Shooting star and something else.
No,
No? Oh.
this little piece right here.
Oh, I don't know.
You're gonna die when I show you. Let me leave that there. Let's have people guess what it might be. What might that be? Let me find one that has it.
Ooh, I'm taking a baby wipe and lifting off some of where that extra lunar paste went, and it's taking off a little bit of my background, and I kind of like that, so I'm going to incorporate that a little bit in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, maybe I've got some. No, I only had it on the Tropical Tango. Oh wait, the site might have it. Yeah. It only has a little one though. It's the goober that comes off the jar lid when you open the jar.
Oh, did it like fling on there?
No, I put it on there on purpose.
Oh.
It fell down onto the table and I said, oh, that's pretty. Let me put it on. Yep, that's exactly what it is, Jim. It's a lunar paste goober. Yeah, a Tropical Tango lunar paste goober.
So I should add some goobers to my page?
Hey, I love goobers on my page. I don't have any other goobers here. Oh yeah, there's a red one. Look at that bad boy. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'm crazy, I know. But I mean, they're cool. You know, when you're doing,
I know what I want to do with this.
Like when I trim off my card a lot of times, those little tiny trimmings, I'll put them in the card somewhere. So this is still drying. It has to be trimmed down, but I'm running out of time because I have another meeting. So what I did here is I also, after I got it all done, I put the, now I can't find it. I put this distress glaze on, and then I went over it with some of the Tim Holtz crayons to kind of try and get them darker around the edges. But it's, I mean, it's this or that, whatever you like. It's your art. That'd be great if I could get Simon really dirty. And I'm not happy with that transition right there. So what would I do about that? Cut it off. Yeah, lunar goober. Exactly. Oh, Nancy, thanks so much for having me on my channel. I can't wait to see your finished project.
Coming. I'm mixing up some other lunar paste here. I got some prom queen and traffic cone.
Okay, I'm
gonna make dimensional flowers. So I took and rubbed it on top of my butterflies, but lunar paste, because it's so thick, it dries dimensional. So I took some of the greenish and made petals in my mind. So now I'm gonna make some flowers.
Great. I love them. Absolutely. You know what? That's such a good idea, Nancy.
But I didn't want my prom king to be so bright. So putting some of that traffic cone in there, I don't lose any of the pink, but it's not as bright. So now figure out how to make this. I'm going to dry this a little bit.
So what I did was after this one was dry, and it's not dry enough to die cut yet because it's a little bit thick, but I helped the other one along to dry, and then I just die cut them out, and then added a little bit to kind of get that patina look, a little bit of, and I just used this little Master's Touch. I don't know what these things are or what they're meant to be, but I think they're meant for this. Oh, look, there's a lot more goober there. Yeah. And I'll be looking for that. Now, everybody send me your goobers. I just tapped some color in around the front of his wings. And here and there and I did it with both this and the Minty Fresh. Just to kind of give it a little bit of color and texture extra. And then I used the Wendy Vicky, what's that? Those pearl drop thingies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those. I will take and do the same on my card, just here and there. Add a little bit of Lunar Paste in some of those little cracks. This Tropical Tango is just a great color for this, and so is the Minty Fresh. They're equally good for rusty patina type situations. You definitely want to go random here. Go rando. Those are not my words.
Psych.
Okay, Jim, I know, right? Where did my Minty Fresh go? Oh, here I got a little bit of that other in there, so I can kind of dig that out. Oh no, I'm off camera here. Sorry. I'm not used to using my Android for recording. I mean, Simon, you have to be able to sell this stuff to lots of different communities. Including the junk journalers.
Flowers are not looking so flowery here. I got to work on my leaves.
Oh, they're pretty. They look like roses.
Thanks. There we go. That one came out better. And of course, the last leaf I make comes out, looks like a leaf.
They would be smooshed goobers, and I would be okay as long as they were intact goobers. Let's see what happens if I move this around. It comes back. I can shape it any way I want. Oh Lord, I see handmade paper. You guys, Christmas. I have an idea. We'll talk about that later. If I'm laughing out of turn, it's because the video is way ahead or way behind or something. All right, I gotta go. I got a meeting here in a few minutes, so I gotta scoot off of here and maybe put my phone on the charger because it's another Zoom.
Thanks for hanging out, T. And I'll post pictures in the FSC.
Okay, great. And then I'll post this on, oh God, I don't know where to post it. I'll
You'll post it in the FSC.
I'll post it in the FFC. That's what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget Stamp Wars.
Stamp
August
Wars. August 20th, Saturday,
All right,
8
bye, guys.
p.m. Bye, T. Guess
I
I'll
don't know
just,
how to stop video.
yep, just leave
Figure
the
out how to hang
Zoom.
up.
Once you
Leave.
leave
How
the
about that? Yeah.
Zoom, she left me. She left me to do mixed media by myself without a teacher. I like it though. I need to work on my flowers. My flowers look a little meh, but I need to let them dry. And as they dry, I can add more layers. Let's see here. Should have Simon come on and give us a Lunar Paste class. Yes. Okay, this flower is looking okay. This one, I don't know what's going on here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give it a little vein. I'm gonna see if I can do this with it. Can I make it look like it's like a hanging flower? What do they call those? Bleeding hearts? Don't they like kind of hang? Nope, this isn't gonna work. I need like a super fine line paintbrush. I don't think I have one of those. Nance, how do you not have one of those? Okay. Found one. Lunar Paste is like one of the best mixed mediums out there because you can use it like a paint. You can use it with a roller. As you can see here, we used our fingers. I'm just putting it on in chunks. That I have embraced my inner mixed media child, and I'm painting this on now, making this kind of look hopefully like a vine. Now it doesn't look so as weird. Okay, that one's looking pretty good now. Now let's try to fix this one. Now this, I made it a little longer. This is 5, so I could probably make a 5x7 out of this. So I know some of this is gonna get cut off, but that's okay. Okay, and I'll probably cut this one. I don't know what to do with this one. This one's just that big hot mess. Let's add some more pink to it. Maybe it'll sort itself out. Okay. Not hating it. It's looking okay. It is getting very textured, very chunky. It's not bad though. I am like pretty proud of myself for not being a mixed media person, doing everything T said to do and coming up with something like this. I would have never thought that I could have made something so messy look so good. And I know it's hard to see on the camera, but the background is pink and orange, and then it has these streaks of kind of like this purple going through it. So it is kind of neat. And the butterflies have that orange in the wings, and then it's patinaed looking from the lunar paste. And then the flowers are kind of cool. They're popping up now, so it's kind of neat. So now I don't want to waste this like T said, so I'm gonna grab some of that extra watercolor paper, and we'll make this some kind of a abstract funky background. And yes, sometimes you just got to have a play date like that, especially some of you guys always say, I don't have anyone near me. We have 4,500 people in our Foiling Snobs Club Facebook group. We do card swaps every month. The new card swap just posted. So you can certainly make pen pals through the card swap, but also meet up with people in real life. I can tell you that, Tracy and I have gone to these stamp shows and met so many people that we wouldn't have had a chance to meet, but just from people reaching out, coming to the stamp show. I've never met Chow or Stacy in real life, but we talk to each other, the power of technology with Zoom and Facebook Messenger and stuff like that. And we sit and we have these play nights and we talk about, okay, I need some ideas. I'm working on some projects. Can you guys help me out? And it's nice to be able to do that crafting and have someone to talk to. So use the power of technology. Facebook Messenger is free. You can use your cell phone. You can use an iPad. You don't even have to be hands down like this, showing each other what you're doing. You could just be talking and creating. And it's a great idea to not only make friends, but to have some input on your creativity, or if you're trying to just have someone to talk to. I know a lot of us listen to music, watch TV, do audiobooks, all of those things. It's a lot of fun when you can incorporate other artsy people who can appreciate what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to grab this piece. We're going to see how this is going to look. I sprayed it down with water. Let me move that out of the way. So it's going to be pink on top and green on the bottom, but I'm going to flip it so there's some pink on top of that green. Regina, I get it. I'm the same way. Like, I want everything nice and neat and perfect and pretty and stay in the lines, but doing something like this is very freeing. It's a lot of fun. Even this, like, I'm really getting kind of two backgrounds out of this. I'm going to have like a pink side and a green side, or I can incorporate the two. Just trying to get a little bit more done over here. All right, so now I'm going to flip it and I'm going to do let me dry this a little bit. Okay. I wanted that nice and dry so it doesn't get too muddy. We hold on to that concentration of colors. We get all that texture. Now I'm going to flip it and put some green on top of here and some pink on top of here. And it'll look like this kind of florally background, right? So now, oh yeah, I can stamp butterflies on top of this. And it'll just look like I have this cool, like, very artistic background. Ooh. If I can do it, you guys can do it. It's okay. You can wear gloves if you need to wear gloves. It does make it easier wearing gloves. I will say that. Okay. I got an idea. We're going to use this. Let me clean this up a little bit here. I got my big old thing of Clorox wipes. Everything's getting cleaned up, you guys. Yeah, the Lunar Paste is very shiny and very dimensional. It's not like a paint where it dries flat. It dries very quickly. It has a lot of mica and shimmer in it. There's a couple different places you can get it from. Actually, when you watch my Spellbinders videos, I used it on the Spellbinders videos a couple different ways. So on the new release, you'll see me use it there. Spellbinders carries it now. Of course, you can get it from Ranger. You can get it from scrapbook.com. You can get it from Stampers Anonymous. If you go to the stamp show, it's in the booth. Inky Antics has it. So there are a number of different places you can get it. There are 15 colors now, and it's a great product. A lot of different uses for it. It's a lot of fun. You can put it through stencils. You can paint with it. You can roll the roller on it. You can use it on your gel plate. If you haven't tried that, it's a lot of fun. So a lot of cool things you can do with it. And it's, you guys can see, it's fairly easy to clean up. I literally just take a little Clorox wipe it down. And then if I do anything with stencils, I'll take the stencils up and run it through the sink, but it's pretty easy to clean up with too. Matches Simon's inks. So if you want to do any stamping, it all matches. All right, I'm going to dry this now. Okay, so I think this is pretty dry. I'm going to bring in that stamp. This is an old one. It's an old Hero Arts. It's called Old French Writing. I don't know if it's still around or not, but there are a lot of script stamps out there. I'm going to bring back in my CP Midnight Ink. By the way, today was the official launch of the new CP products. So if you didn't go check those out, please use my link and go look. There is a whole collection of brown inks now. Perfect for fall. Ooh, this looks like the tissue paper at Victoria's Secret. All right. I'm going to dry that again. I'm liking this one because I'm not thinking. I think that's the best part is you don't think, you just do. The other one, I think I was thinking too hard. Okay. We're going to die cut that butterfly background out of this. I'm going to dry this so that ink is dry. I think I got most of that. And I'm bringing this back in. Bringing this back in because I think this is going to look good. Pop those extra pieces out. Plus, we know Nancy loves all things butterflies. So when you have a really intricate die like this, you want to use your metal adapter. Okay, can I get 2 out of this? No. Yes. Wait, can I get 2? That'll go all the way to about there. Oh, no, I can't get 2. All right, then we're going to take the best of both worlds. Oh, this is the hard part. I'm going to do like this. Okay. I am using the Gemini Junior, but you have to use the metal plate with it because this is just really thick watercolor paper, and this is a really intricate design. Jim says, save my negative space. Okay, Jim, I think I just lost a piece. Where's it at? I don't know. Probably stuck to the plate. Yep. Okay, they're all stuck in here. So let me try this ancient crafting secret called press and seal. I don't know if I can save all of it, but some of it. I don't know where that piece went. Oh, but what I was saying was, you know, I was watching Jennifer McGuire video the other day, and she was using this like a stone piece, like someone had sent her that was a leftover piece from like a countertop samples or something. And I'm like, wait a minute, I have something like that. So I'm going to show you guys something that's really old, back from my scrapbooking days. And some of you might have it. Once I get this little guy to stick in there, get in your hole. Back to your home where you belong. Okay, here we go. I got it. Well, that piece will turn up. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Ah, found it. Look at that, Jim. I found it. So I found this little piece of stone. I stuck foam to it a long time ago. We used to do eyelet setters on these. So I was like, I'm going to get that out and use that to hold my glue pieces down like Jennifer does. So some of you have some old eyelet setters. You might have one of those. Okay, I think I mixed these two up, and that's why they don't want to sit in there correctly. Yes, I did. Ugh. Okay, Jim, I'm going to do it. I'm going to press and seal. Press and seal. Getting to the end of mine. The press and seal is plastic wrap that has a little bit of stick to it. It's not a super heavy duty stick. It's a very light stick, but it will keep all these pieces together. Now, I flip this over. I can't believe I made that, you guys. It's so pretty. He really is the best teacher. She is a natural artist. She's a natural teacher. That's what her calling should have been in life. I think an art teacher should have been amazing at it. Okay, now we're going to basically pokey tool all of these pieces onto the press and seal. We want everything to remove cleanly from the die. Inside, outside, everything. And because this is a thick cardstock, it's going to take a little bit of finagling. I'd pause the video, but we're live, so you're stuck with me. I think my mom's in the kitchen cooking dinner. I can hear somebody rumbling around and the smell is coming down here. That'd be nice. Go upstairs and have dinner waiting, but I doubt it. She's probably cooking dinner for the dog. I gotta tell you, that dog has betrayed us. I can tell you now, if my mom ever moves out, the dog is going with her. Like, he's still Leah's dog, but he knows he's grandma's baby. She spoils him. She literally boils chicken for the dog. I'm like, stop, lady. Where's my chicken? And no, he's not sick. He's not special needs. He's a normal dog. We don't feed him table scraps, but he knows grandma will take care of me. That is her little prince, that dog. It's truth what they say about like grand dogs. Seriously true. So we just got the announcement. Leah goes back to school at the end of August. My son goes back a week after her. I am not excited for them to go back to school. I would like some more time. We had such a fun summer, you guys. We went over the weekend. It's a big farm by us, and they did for the first time ever these sunflower fields. And we don't have those around here. I don't know why. I guess they just weren't as popular. But we went with the neighbor and we took all these pictures, these cute pictures of my daughter and her best friend and her little 3-month-old, 4-month-old baby sister. And then the next day, and I found these events on Facebook. Facebook sent me a message and, you know, like they say, hey, events going on near you. So I found them all on Facebook. The next day we found hot air balloon festival, 25-30 minutes from us, not too far. That was on my bucket list. It was amazing, you guys. I had so much fun. The memories that I can make with the kids, but even, you know, just for me, just to take that day and enjoy it and have fun. And they had like little fair rides and, you know, fresh lemonade and funnel cake and all the things that make summer fun. But it's just sad that it's winding down. I don't want it to end. Had a lot of fun this summer, visiting Tracy, going on vacation. Okay, I think I got all the bits. Nope. Missed these two. Do we have them all? It's like a puzzle. I think, nope. Now do I have them all? Nope. Where'd that one come from? I don't even see it. Is it here? It's the tiniest little piece right here. Of course, it flips upside down. Okay. Regina says, come to Florida. All right, I think I got most everything out. Now this die, again, Crafter's Companion had like a warehouse sale and it came with like stamps, embossing folders, and the die. And I gave the stamps and the embossing folder away and I only kept the die. But it also has this outer frame. So it is a 5x7 card. It's called Butterfly Love if you want to look it up. I think I got it. You can check my Craft Stash link, although I haven't bought anything from Craft Stash in a while. Okay. Not done. There's one more element I want to add. Should have did it before I cut it. These are Stampers Anonymous collection of specimens. And I'm going to take this big old butterfly right here. And I'm going to take Simon's block because it fits it perfectly. And I'm going to go in with that same midnight. Hey Trace, how you feeling? Again, I like the CP archival ink on rubber stamps. So you will see me use it on the rubber stamps. And I'm going all rando here, just like I did with that French script. Now I'm getting into this. Feeling blah, she says. Aw, sorry. Get some rest. You have to get better. Stamp wars in a couple weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more. Let's do in the corner here. Okay. Oh, I lost a little piece. Give it back. Give it back. And we're going to heat dry this. Okay, now before I can cut this, I need to cut the frame out. Otherwise, it's not going to pull apart. And we want to have the negative and the positive. This is Regina. I don't normally do mixed media. I don't. It's just, you know, and I would not want to have people watch me do it because one, I'd be afraid of messing up, but two, I don't know that you guys would want to be with the foiling queen if she's doing mixed media. So yeah, I've done a couple of small pieces like tags and things, but this one's like really shocking me at how well it's coming out. Come on, turn over. Okay, tuck that back in there. Okay, so I'm trying to line this die up so I can cut it out, and then we'll have an outside. We'll have the positive and the negative, so we could make 2 cards out of this. And because this is slightly skewed, I am going to have to use some scissors to cut this down a little bit. And I'm leaving the press and seal on there. Oh boy. Don't get too close to the edge, Nance. I need those big Hunkin Tim Holtz scissors. I keep saying I'm going to buy them and I just haven't done it yet. Oh no, the real long ones. I see that piece popping out. They're trying to escape. No escape. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Popped out. We'll find it. I don't know. Gotta be on the desk somewhere or in my lap. Who's calling me? Is that my child? It's my child. She better figure out her mother's live. All right. And I'm going to put another piece of press and seal on the top of this. Oh, there's that piece. There's this. It's escaping. Oh my gosh. Leah, I am live right now. So if you have a question, you can come home and ask me. Okay. She's trying to live at the neighbor's house all the time, every day. All right, here we go. I feel bad for those folks because they're always feeding my child. Look at my fingers all icky. No, she's at the neighbor's and she's trying to stay there. And I normally only let her spend the night on weekends, and she knows that. So she's trying to be like, let me ask my mom if she'll let me spend the night. I know what's up with her little. Okay, hold on. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper. I want to put a piece of paper on top of that for two reasons. One, I want to try to hold all the pieces together. And two, I want it to protect from everything turning black from the ink. Just grab a piece of paper, man. It's not that far. Right. And back on the metal plate, cutting plate, magnetic shim, plastic shim, top plate, feed it through. Some of these out of the way. Okay. Now the fun part. Need my Xyron machine. Should have cut it through with the artist's tack. Now there are 2 sets of feet in my house. Here they come. We're being invaded by the children. Okay. So now this is ready to be pulled apart, but we need to make it sticky before we do that. So we need a piece of press and seal on the top. If grandma's making dinner, you need to eat before you go over there. Okay. Press and seal, round 2. I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Okay, now we're putting press and seal on the front. This will keep everything together while I look for my artist tack. Good luck with that one, Nance. I cleaned my room the other day because I was like, hey, we're going to have Stand Force in a couple weeks. I really need to know where all my stuff is. Look at that. I actually found it. Wait, is this a piece? Oh, I found an already open piece. Even better. Casey doesn't know what my clue is. Now it's just put it together on a card front. We're going to have 2 pieces to put on a card front. So I need a card front. Bear with me, Stace. I promise it'll be worth it. It's coming together. Promise. I promise. It's going to be very pretty. If I'm doing a 5x7 card, then this gets cut at 5. Nope, this gets cut at 7. Cut at 10. And scored at 5. Now I have a 5x7 card base, which looks like that'll fit perfectly. So once again, we cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to 7 short ways, 10 long ways, and score at 5. This is a Stampin' Up! Trimmer, which cuts and scores. If you don't have one of these, it does make it a little handier. Okay. So now I have 2 5x7 card bases. Oh, wait, I'm not done. We need something to put behind there. So I'm thinking this seafoam green will look nice behind there. Let's cut a little piece of this. Joe says it's for you, Wednesday, and I have turned into tea. I am embracing this now. Yes. So we're going to cut this to 5x7. That's going to be for the positive piece. And then for the negative piece, I'm thinking this purple mist. I'm a closet mixed media crafter. Funny. This is a matte cardstock. So same thing. I cut this 5x7. I think once you're a crafter, you're a crafter. There's no such thing as, you know, and we joke about it all the time that I don't color, I don't do die cuts, I don't do fussy cutting. I think that you may not like doing those things, but I think you can do those things. And we've proven that on Stamp Wars time and time again. So I think it's just a matter of being comfortable in your own skin doing it. I mean, how many people have said, I don't do foiling yet? We have almost 26,000 people watch this channel and learn how to do foiling. We have people join our Facebook group every day and learn how to do foiling. So it's just a matter of doing it and getting comfortable with it. I'm not well versed in mixed media, but after doing this, I'm having a good time here, and I'm glad you guys are, you know, supporting me and cheering me on. Okay, and remember, I press and seal on both sides of this. So this is sandwiched between two pieces of press and seal. So we can now remove this back piece of press and seal. And you don't want to do this before die cutting because it will die cut through and then you're going to have a nightmare. And this is very low tack, so it will come up once you find a corner to peel it up from. Or not. Make a liar out of me. Come on. There we go. So I'm just gonna gently pull this press and seal off the back here. I said gently. Trying to keep my pieces in place. There are some pieces I can see that are going to want to come up like that guy right there. We're just going to push him back into place. You know, Jim, I would have just pulled it off and did the positive. I'm determined to make this work for you. Old Nancy would have said, just do the one card and never mind the other pieces. But since we made such pretty paper, we might as well hold on to it. And, you know, you don't really have to hold on to every little tiny piece here. Okay, we're almost there. We are coming down to the finish line, folks. We're almost there. It is just time to assemble now. Did we lose a piece? I'm not going looking for that. It's in there somewhere. Here it is, flung all the way over here. I don't think that's it. That's just a white piece. Maybe that is it. I don't know. Sticking it in there. Get in there. Lord. Teaching me patience, that's for sure. Now we do need to make sure everything is stuck down properly in their place, because when we go to peel this, we need to make sure all of the adhesive is correct. Okay. This is it, guys. This is it. I don't know what that piece is, but he's trying to come along on our bus and he's not invited. Get out of here. Regina said, my nerves can't take it. I promise, Regina, it'll be gorgeous, darling. It'll be gorgeous. I'm going to grab my roller. How many people have left and said, we ain't hanging out for this dance. We'll come watch the replay. Goodbye. I don't blame you. If I weren't me, I would have left too. All right, so this is the artist tack. This is double-sided adhesive. Like real adhesive. You can use Xyron. You can use scrapbook.com, Elizabeth's Craft, Souk Wang tape, whatever you got. Be creative. Whatever you got. So we're going to take sticky side. And I did cut it a little bigger, so that way if I didn't put it on there straight, it would be okay. 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 Here's my roller. Roll that on there. Make sure that's nice and sticky. I'm gonna brayer it. Burnish it. Everything. We want all those little pieces stuck on here. Because I'm not about to get the fine tip glue out and glue every little piece in. Nope. Now we're gonna flip it. Now when we flip it, we can remove the top part of the press and seal. Nope. Nope. We're gonna leave that press and seal on there. Nope. I'll tell you why in a second. I almost took it off. I am gonna cut this extra. This stuff off. Almost did. I almost messed up. Leave the press and seal on. Gonna cut the excess. Yeah, the artist tack is, like Tracy says, it's extra sticky. So the sticky dots are sticky, but they're not as sticky. Okay. I'm now going to release the stickiness. And the reason I didn't want to pull this off and pull it off, well, you could do it that way. Let me think here if I want to do it that way. I don't want to do it that way. I want to remove the sticky and remove the positive, and then it's still stuck on here so I can do the negative. That's what I'm going to do. And this has adhesive all over the back now. press and seal over my desk. Now I'm going to remove the outer frame, which is the main image. So I'm going to take my pokey tool again. Am I confusing you guys? I'm going to get at least one beautiful card panel out of this, possibly two. I just have to take my time. And once it starts to release, it'll be okay. Because I know it cut all the way through. Maybe not use such an intricate die if you're going to try this. Try a much smaller scale of this. Something without all these little butterfly pieces. You know what I should have did? I should have ran it through the die cutting machine again. Stacy, you forgot to remind me. Okay, I'm gonna do it the other way. The press and seal is not holding this. Scratch that, go back. Put this back on here. The press and seal is not holding it in place, and the whole thing wants to come up. So we're gonna pull this way. Now I need to hold on to this press and seal because I'm gonna reuse it. We don't want to mix this up. Also, because press and seal is low tack, you can see it's not ripping my paper. All right, I'm just gonna, we want to keep that piece. We're gonna keep that over there. Jim, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. These fiddly little pieces, Jim, they don't want to come out. They don't want to stick. They want to stay in the die, Jim. They're not working with me here. I know. I can hear you, Jim. Patience, Nancy, patience. Nope. Patience is gone. It's not sticking. It's sticking all over me instead of coming up. Oh my God, another child. Is there not a sign on the door that says YouTube Live? I thought you were gone.
Are you still talking?
Yes, I'm live.
He isn't giving me the backpack, and I can't take out the garbage, so literally waiting for me.
Okay, well, who's gonna wait for you? Where are you guys going? Are you going to movies or something?
No.
Well, she has chores to do. She can't spend the night without doing the trash.
Yeah, they're waiting for us.
You have to put.
Get back before my dad goes.
Well, then Leah stays. So Leah has to get all the trash. She knows her chore. She has to get all the trash in the can, and then her brother will take the can out.
I can't do that right
Then
now.
you can't spend the night.
I have to.
You can spend the night tomorrow night.
My stuff is still over there.
I'm live, and you're arguing with me in front of 26,000 people, just so you know.
No.
Yep.
25.
Okay, well, you made me ruin my card now. I can't get all these little pieces out. What? Wow, that was really mean. You guys, she said I'm not famous. You have to get the trash out and then you can go. Okay, I gave up on the whole 2-card thing. We are going to get 1 card out of this. She said, I'm glad you did this so I don't have to. I would say use a less intricate die. This is definitely not wanting to stick. Where'd that other piece of paper go? Where'd that one go that I stuck all the ink on? Hello, piece of paper. Where are you? I know I didn't throw it out. Did I throw it out? No. When you guys say, Leah's so cute, she's so sweet, there you got to see the other side of a 9-year-old. Miss preteen. Her chore is to collect all the garbage out of the house, put it in the can, and then her brother takes the can out to the street. I'm really liking this pink and green color combo. Not something I normally would have put together, which is even more fun now. Oh, Abraham, you've missed me struggling for the last half an hour. It started off really good. The vision is still there. The execution, not so much. Coming along, slowly coming along. So I grabbed this regular piece of paper. So those, you can see how those extra pieces are starting to stick on the paper. So it's doing the weeding for me. I just have to be careful with pulling it apart. So that's what Jim was trying to get me to do, was save all these negative pieces and get 2 cards out of it. And that would have been really cool. But this piece is just too intricate, too small, that these pieces, there's too many and they're just sticking everywhere. So now it's just, let's just get these big pieces out. I like reverse weeding now. And these butterflies pop up. So that's why they're like, they have a double layer. There's a little frame because they're not supposed to have adhesive all the way on them. They're supposed to pop up. Their wings are supposed to pop up. So I'll show you what I mean here. The good news is we are doing pretty good with getting all these little pieces out. There isn't anything that's ripped or causing me any major issues. Come back tomorrow. Nancy will still be here picking out bits of paper. Abraham's still working, he said. Jinxed myself. That piece is not cut through. Okay, guys, I think I got most of the little pieces out. I would say next time, just cut the die out of pretty foil paper and go with that. I'm going to be like, I used that die once. I'm never going to use it again. It's going in the giveaway pile. Okay, I think we are close enough now. Hey, a lunar paste on my table now. Okay. Bring this screen piece in. And let's hope that this fits because it is 5 by 7. And stick the edges down. Okay, now I'm going to pull the butterflies up and push down on their frames. I still want to try to keep this 3D aspect if I can. Pop-up aspect, I should say, not 3D. And I'll show you guys how. I know you guys are thinking, well, they're sticky. I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. And obviously this is not a card that I can mail. This would have to be an in-person card because of that pop-up element. So Regina, I'm going to catch a plane, come visit you in Florida just so I can deliver this card. And then while I'm there, I can visit Abraham in Miami. There's so many of you in Florida, I know. Oh, this little butterfly. Oh, that's where that lunar paste came from. Oh, I must have rubbed it up against my other card. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I made a giant mess, but I did it. So much for the Nancy not doing 3-hour live here. Oh my gosh. Although this went down a whole different rabbit hole. Okay. Yeah, next time I'm just gonna cut that out of this, stick it to a card. So to unstick the wings, use our anti-static tool. Some of that residue off of there. I am going to trim this down. We're going to make it pretty. We put all that time and effort into it. So we're going to trim this down a little bit. How does that look? Like it? Is that worth watching me struggle through? Struggle bus. That was hard. That's what happens when I try to do an impromptu without practicing. Oh my. never would have thought of doing something like this if I hadn't have played around with tea. I'm going to show you guys the other one too. That's drying. This was just with the leftover lunar paste. Never would have thought of doing this. So this surprises me at how well this came out. Because I never would have done ink smushing with that lunar paste left over. I would have just cleaned it up and thrown it away, but I had T's voice in my head saying, don't you throw that away, Nance. You better clean that up with an extra piece of paper. And then once I saw the colors and how they came together, that pop of black, even though you can't even tell that there's French script behind there, you can't tell there's a butterfly behind there. That pop of black really looks pretty. And the lunar paste is very metallic, you guys. So not only do we have that foil cardstock, but when the light hits that lunar paste, you can see how that kind of pops and shines on top of that. I think that came out very pretty. And the fact that these butterflies, you don't have to make them pop up. You can leave them flat, but that came out pretty cool. I'm very pleased with that. I'm very surprised that that came out of me. Like making babies. That came out of me? I made that? No. Okay. Yes. I battle it just like you guys battle it. You know, we got to figure it out together. Let's see if this is dry yet. I don't think this is dry yet because I just got lunar paste on my finger. Yeah, it's not dry yet. So once this dries, I will cut this down to 5x7 as well. And I'll put it on here. Look at it's like the perfect size. I'll put that on here. So I got my tea inspired mixed media card here. Come on, focus. I think the foiling is throwing off my focus. Here we go. Which has those color bursts in the back, which by the way, I still have I think 2 sets of color bursts I'm giving away. So go back to the color burst video and comment because I show you different ways to use the color bursts. But I use the powders this time to make that fun background. And I never would have thought to do die cuts with the background. So for T to show me that, I'm truly appreciative of learning something like that because I would have just done the die cuts separately. So by doing it all together, it does look like it was embossed on there, like it came in an embossing folder. And then to mix the embossing paste or the lunar paste, never would have thought of doing that, but I got some cool colors out of the lunar paste and then doing that 3-dimensional kind of pop-up flowers. I do like the way this one looks and this one looks, this one not so much. But I learned some new things today and had a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys had fun watching, get your hands dirty, and then out of that leftover paste, just that green and pink paste made this beautiful background and then just die cut it. So I had a lot of fun. I'm glad that you guys were here to cheer me on and encourage me. Delina says, don't cut off the drips. Well, I was just going to cut off this part. There's drips up there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And I am like 20. Let's see where we're at, guys. We're only 20 something subscribers away. 23 subscribers, you guys. So 23 subscribers, and then we'll be at 26,000. And don't forget to go follow Tracy because Tracy is giving away a mini mink on her channel. Okay, guys, this was way longer than I anticipated. I had a lot of fun with T. I want to thank T for jumping on. I know she had to jump off for some meetings. And I just want to remind you guys on the Foiling Snobs Club, the new card swap sign up is there. It's anything goes. We're going to have a new KSS FSC challenge. That's probably also going to be anything goes. And we have Stamp Wars coming back Saturday, August 20th, right here on my channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we do have a special guest who has never played Stamp Wars before, and we are going to throw them in the pool and see how they swim. All right. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you had fun, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. Bye. And thank you to my admins. I love you guys. Bye.